In the world of high-stakes mining, few stories have captivated the public's attention like the Bre-X Gold Scandal of 1997. This gripping tale of deceit, greed, and the lure of striking it rich unfolded in the jungles of Indonesia, leaving a trail of shattered dreams and shattered lives in its wake. The story begins with a small Canadian mining company called Bre-X Minerals Limited, helmed by its charismatic and ambitious founder, David Walsh. David Walsh, a former stockbroker, had a vision to discover a massive gold deposit in a remote part of Indonesia. Armed with this vision, Walsh and his team embarked on an ambitious exploration project in the Busong region of Borneo. For years, they toiled in the unforgiving terrain, facing numerous challenges and setbacks, but their perseverance would seemingly pay off in a spectacular fashion. In 1995, Bre-X announced the discovery of what was believed to be the largest gold deposit in the world. The news sent shockwaves through the mining industry, and investors clamored to get a piece of the action. The company's stock price skyrocketed, and on paper, David Walsh became a billionaire overnight. The world became captivated by the rags-to-riches story of a small Canadian company striking gold in a remote corner of the world. However, as the saying goes, if it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. The euphoria surrounding Bre-X's staggering gold find would be short-lived. Suspicion began to arise when independent mining experts examined the core samples from Busong and found something amiss. It turned out that the gold samples had been tampered with, intentionally salted with additional gold to inflate their value. This revelation sent shockwaves through the financial world, shattering the dreams of countless investors. As the truth slowly unraveled, it became clear that this was not just a case of a mining company making a mistake. It was a deliberate and calculated fraud perpetuated by Bre-X. The mastermind behind the deceit was none other than Michael de Guzman, the chief geologist employed by the company. De Guzman had manipulated the core samples for years, using shavings of gold from his own wedding ring and salt water from the nearby river to create the illusion of a vast gold deposit. The scale of the deception was staggering. Bre-X had reported the Busong deposit to contain over 200 million ounces of gold, worth approximately $6 billion at the time. The company had successfully fooled not only investors but also major mining corporations who had invested heavily in the project. As the truth came to light, Bre-X's stock price plummeted, wiping out billions of dollars in shareholder value and sparking investigations by regulatory authorities. The aftermath of the scandal was a devastating blow to the mining industry, particularly in Canada. Investor confidence was shattered, and stricter regulations were implemented to prevent similar frauds in the future. David Walsh, who had profited immensely from the scam, faced numerous lawsuits and legal troubles. Tragically, Michael de Guzman, the man behind the fraud, met a mysterious end in 1997 when he allegedly fell from a helicopter in Indonesia. His body never recovered. The Bre-X Gold Scandal remains one of the most infamous scams in history, serving as a cautionary tale of unchecked greed and the lengths some individuals will go to deceive others for personal gain. It exposed the vulnerabilities of an industry driven by the allure of striking it rich and reminded us of the importance of skepticism, due diligence, and ethical business practices. The scars left by Bre-X may have faded, but the lessons learned will endure for generations to come.